what's going on, guys? It's Brandon L. Draper with the Start Thinking Forward Morning Edition podcast. I need you to wake up, wake up, wake up. All right, so this morning we're going to talk about the difference between sight and vision. A lot of us have sight, but we have no vision. When we have sight but no vision, we tell people that have vision that they need to have sight, but they already have what they need. Let me share a story with you this morning about a boy named Tom. Let's talk about Tom. So Tom was born with a special condition where Tom could not see well. Tom had very low vision. He had to wear special glasses in order for him to see. But since he was like 5 years old, he had a fascination, he had a fixation, he had a magnificent obsession with being an astronaut. He wanted to go out into space. So he would spend hours and hours peering out the window with his telescope, looking to the stars. And as his father sat there drinking a beer, looked at him and said, "Son, what are you doing?" And Tom replied back and said, "I'm looking out into space. One day I'm going to be amongst the stars." His dad sunk his head down and uttered to his son, "Son, you'll never go out into space because you have your eye condition where you cannot see as well as everyone else. In order for you to fly or do anything, you have to have 20/20 sight. You got to be able to see, son. You got to be able to see. You don't have any sight, son." The boy looked at his dad. Boy looked back in his telescope. And he said to himself, "I'm going to be an astronaut." Maybe all you wanted to do was what you were doing. And maybe you're content with that. Maybe someone told you that you couldn't do it and you believed it. And you're sitting on the couch telling me that I can't do it. But I don't believe you, Dad. He didn't say this out loud, his dad, but this is what he said in his head. This is what you got to do. "I don't believe you. I'm going to make it happen." He goes to school. The teacher tells him the same thing. When he creates the rocket and says he wants to be an astronaut, everywhere he goes, people tell him what he can't do because they say he lacked the sight. You can't fly if you don't have the sight. He gets into college. He's studying engineering, rocket engineering. He's studying propulsion. He's studying all these different things. Professor looks at him and says, "I had an opportunity to work at NASA. I never got an opportunity to go on a rocket, but I came close to it. I was like you. But because I had a spinal issue since I was a kid, I was never able to go out into space. But maybe I can help you to get a part of the space program where you can help other astronauts get into space, that you could help design the rockets and create the science to it." And Tom looked at his board, at the equation that he wrote, and he looked at the professor, and he said, "You know what, once again, I don't have the sight to do it. But I never would have thought I would have even got this close to even have an opportunity to do it." He went on to NASA to work. He was a special type of scientist. His equations were revolutionary. Only he knew how to do certain things and how to operate to get the full capacity out of these rockets into space. Cutting edge science, cutting edge math. And they're getting ready to go out into space, and one of the astronauts can no longer go. This is something that's been going on for years, and if they don't launch, they only have one window to make it happen. And there's only one other person who was qualified to go. But he didn't have the sight. He couldn't see well. But they didn't need his sight. They needed his vision. See, if you got the vision, doesn't matter if you don't have the sight. There's countless examples of people that we know of today that don't have the sight, but they had the vision. Ray Charles, right? Who else? Stevie Wonder. They didn't have the sight, but they had the vision to do something, and they did it. There's people that have their sight and they can't play the piano. They can't create music. And they got everything to do it. They're equipped with all the tools to do it. They have the tools, but they never had the vision. The vision is everything. His family didn't believe him. His friends didn't believe him. But one day, because he had the vision, it didn't matter that he didn't have the sight. When they were calling his phone that evening, there was no answer. When they turned the TV on, only to see what they never thought they could ever see was their son, their friend, going and ascending in space. Don't let someone rob you of your rocket. Don't allow someone to take your vision from you. Keep your vision and hold it tight, knowing that one day, as long as you believe and you constantly make the action that's needed, like Tom did, that you can do the impossible. See, the thing about impossible, it's always impossible until someone does it. Tom was willing to do it. He had the vision even though he lacked the sight. My question to you, what is it that you have lost your sights on, but you still have a vision? Because you're not going to allow other people to tell you what you cannot do because of X, Y, Z in your past, because of this, and no one's ever done it before. Who cares that no one's ever done it before? You got to push it. You got to push the limits. When in our society to get to a place where we're just willing to settle just for anything? But when we were kids, we were dreaming. Someone stole that innocence from us. When someone says, oh yeah, you can do anything you put your mind to. It's easy to tell that to a child, but do you really honestly believe it? See, I'm digging deep this morning. I'm telling you the same thing that you tell these kids. Just don't tell them for the sake of telling them. Tell them because you really believe it. That you still got the vision inside of you, that they can have the sight and the vision. To know that even if it doesn't look right. See, the thing about sight right now, someone's listening to this right now, their sight is telling them all hell is breaking loose in their life. People have left them. People have hurt them. People have stolen from them. People have done a multitude of things to each and every one of us that's listening to this right now. That's what life has shown us through our sight. Some of us are going through situations we prefer not to go through. Right? Our money's not right. We're not financially stable. Right? We might be sleeping on a friend's couch. Whatever the case may be, life is showing us something. We're seeing something that may not add up to our vision of where we want it to be. But that has nothing to do with nothing. You got to have the vision, because your eyesight, what you're going through right now, has absolutely nothing to do with where you're going. See, where you're going is determined by how you're thinking. How are you thinking right now is going to determine everything. That's where the magic happens. Wake up. Wake up. This is your interruption to tell you whatever it is that you truly and honestly want to do. I need you to wake up. Get off the bench. Get in the game. Start making decisions. Mia, massive, imperfect action. Just start doing things. That doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be perfect. But are you willing? Do you have the intestinal fortitude? Do you have the courage just to wake up? Get out. Put your vision hat on. So what that you don't know everything? So what do you didn't go to school for? So what you think you're unqualified? So what? That's in your head. That's you comparing yourself to other people. So what? No one in your family has ever made that amount of money. So what? No one has ever bought that type of home. So what? No one has ever driven that type of car. So what? No one has ever had that type of happiness in their life. So what? They're not able to do the things that they want to do. So what? What is your vision? Because your vision is your journey. And only one person can take that journey. And it's not me. It's you. You're the only person that can take that journey. That's your vision. That's one journey that only you can do it. I don't care who you are, how many people come to this earth. Only one person can take a journey. Every journey is unique, just like that fingerprint I talked about a couple of days ago. Wake up. Hear what I'm saying right now. Only one person can take that journey. It's not me. I'm on my own personal journey. You're on your own personal journey. You're going to let someone else steal your vision that you cannot go on your journey? You can't do the things that you want to do in this life because you've allowed other people to talk you out of it because they're using their sight, which is limited, and telling you that your sight is limited and that you should not have a vision to go on your journey to be who you're supposed to be, to do what you're supposed to do. You thought you came here to work at your job, huh? Out of all the possibilities, you're here, you're telling me you honestly believe that every morning you're supposed to get up. Your purpose in life is just to go to the job, to pay the bills. You're indebted. Your treasure is where your finances are. Who are you paying? So you're paying the electric company. You're paying this company. You're paying that company. So that's where you're treasuring. Those are who owns you. That's your vision for the future. Is that what you think that you came here for? See, the human experience is, wow, it's crazy. So we honestly think in our human experience that we have a consciousness, we're able to think that low vibrating activity is our purpose in this world. We don't have any greater purpose because right now our situation is a little daunting, that things aren't going right, that somehow this is where things are supposed to be. Let me tell you something. I challenge you right now. I challenge you, right? I'm not just telling you to go on some crazy, stupid journey just to say you went on a journey. I'm challenging you and say, look, if you may lack the sight like Tom did, you may lack the sight, but because you got the vision, why not prepare for an opportunity to come your way? See, nothing can happen if nothing happens. Nothing can happen if you don't prepare for it. You want to be successful. You want to start a business. You want to move to the next level. It involves a certain level of preparation. See, that's the missing ingredient in a lot of our lives. We want something that we're not willing to prepare for. You got to think things out before you do them. See, when you live in a microwave society like we do, and everyone's so impulsive to make decisions because they want to look a certain way. Well, I want people to think that I'm a risk taker, right? I want people to believe that I'm really trying to start this business because that makes me a little bit different than most. But the reason you went on that journey from the get-go is because there's something different inside of you. You've had the vision all along. Then it slaps you in your face. Then you stack it in the safe. Hey, that's Nipsey Hussle right there. You've been great the whole time. You just needed to slap you in your face. And you realize how great you really are. Don't let low vibrating people, low vibrating activities steal away your purpose, your vision. I know it's hard, it's difficult, but the practical standpoint of it is if you believe it in your heart and your soul and your spirit, then start preparing for an exit for you to really go ahead and follow that. You're working at a job. You say you don't want to do the job. You want to start the business, start saving. I'm starting already, y'all. We ain't waiting for the new year to come. This is 2020 vision. We're not waiting for the new year to come to start telling you get it together. Hey, the end of this game is about over with. You know for a fact if you made the touchdowns or not. Let's just be honest. You already know. You've been looking at that scoreboard. You already know if you won or not. Don't be like some of these football teams out here that want to have blowout games towards the end of the season. It doesn't even matter if they win or not. They're not going anywhere. There could be some satisfaction in it, maybe. But the time to do it is when it's critical and is needed. That's when the opportunity comes. The opportunity comes because you've been prepared for it. So that you can score the right times. That your marathon really means something. Your race that you're in really means something. You got to prepare for it. You got to know when to make the touchdown. Why make all the touchdowns towards the end of the year and still don't win the game? Why can't you do it over time? Incrementally. See, that's why a lot of us fail because we try to do everything so big all at once. And we expect everything just to happen and fall in place all at once. I challenge you, start doing it now. Start planning out. You want to lead a job, you want to start a business, start saving money. Start investing in things that can help you become a true business owner. Invest in yourself so that even if you lack the sight, that you can maintain your vision, that you don't allow the negativity of the world to keep tearing down your vision. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to wake up. Be conscious. Be in the now. You can't go in the past and change anything. That's rear view mirror type living, right? Side view mirror type living. Every now and again, you got to look in your rear view mirror. You got to look in your side view mirror. I get it. But if you stare too much at either one, you're not going to be focused on what's in front of you. You want to change your future, it starts now. The only thing you got control of is now. You can't go back and change the past. You physically can't. You can't do anything with the future because it's not here. You're here now. What are you doing now? What's the next 10 years going to look like? It's all dependent on what you do right now. Hey guys, thank you for joining in to the Start Thinking Forward Morning Edition podcast. You want to connect with us? Instagram at The Real Motivational King. Also, you can visit us online at www.pinnaclepointpublishing.com. And if you want to support our movement, everyone says they support you, but this is how you really find out if people really supporting you. Ask them to support you. So I'm asking you, if you like our message of encouragement, you like our message and whatever topics, we're going to have a lot of speakers coming in for the new year from all parts of the world, the country, different expertise, other authors, and some influential people that we're lining up right now. If you want to continue to hear those things, you want to continue to be a part of our inner circle, what I need you to do is go to patreon.com/inner circle, creators inner circle. So that's patreon.com/creators inner circle.com and be a part of our movement. We have 3 different tiers up there, and each tier you're going to be able to get different information based on where you're at. Each tier is dependent on you as an entrepreneur, you as a business person, where you're at in your business. Go ahead and contribute to whatever you're a part of, and we're going to continue feeding you spiritually, mentally, and physically. Hey guys, this is Brandon L. Draper signing off. I hope you have a magnificent, wonderful, fantastic, awesome day. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.